What up, Wargamers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Stos, and today I have Damon with me.
Hello, everybody.
And we are back for another game of Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition. That's right, we are back for another one of the King of Editions. And today it is going to be 2,000 points of the Dwarves versus...
the vampire counts.
Ooh, that's it, yes. We have a new vampire count general coming to the table. The spooky boys are back again, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a freshly painted army.
Freshly painted army.
Oh, so spicy. Love that.
We'll see how it goes.
Indeed, mate. Indeed. And it's going to be, you're going Von Carstein.
Von Carstein's.
The classic,
Yes.
the vanilla vampires. I'm sorry.
It's not a bad flavour.
Oh, vanilla's delicious. there's no doubt about it. It's delicious. So yeah, the classic Von Carsteins are coming against the Dwarves. Yeah. This is a fun matchup. Dwarves with their high leadership and magic resistance. They're a bit of a tough fight for the vampires, which is probably good because vampires are considered one of the topper tier armies out
Yes,
there. They do very well.
It's lucky they're being led by a not very top tier general. We'll see.
Humbug, sir. Humbug. So yes, we will get to all of that in a minute. If you are interested in coming in and having a game with me on the channel, and you live near Brisbane or are willing to travel, hit me up on the Rogue Element Gaming Facebook page. Links in the description. I'm going to give a quick shout out again to the 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy tournament that is happening in May in Ipswich. And it is Queensland, the old world lives. So yeah, man, if you want to come and play some 6th edition fantasy in a tournament setting and meet a bunch of cool people doing cool things, rolling dice, come check it out. I'll put a link for it in the description of the video. You're going, aren't you, mate?
I'm going.
Mate, look at this. We've got people going. I am still, as of yet, unconfirmed, but I'm angling for it, people. We're going to give it a good try.
It'd be great.
I think I should be able to get there. I think I should. So yeah, if you're interested in coming and playing some 6th edition, check it out. Link in the description, people. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to do the YouTube things, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. We'll just keep growing this channel out all the way to glory. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. It is our members that are just, continuing to keep the lights on here, growing the channel, allowing you to keep investing funds and all of those things into it. Speaking of channel members, I do have a new one to shout out today. Yeah, love that. And it is David Priest. David Priest coming in at Core Choice membership. So, mate, thank you so much. Thank you. I just can't say it enough. Thank you so much. It is because of you guys that we are just going to keep, moving forward into the future. So a huge thank you to all of my channel members. To you as well, mate. You're a channel member.
I am. Anytime.
So to all of my channel members, guys, huge thank you. But without any further ado, we'll have a look at the armies, we'll have a look at the table, and then we will get this underway. And here we have my 1,991 point Dwarven throng for this game. So, starting out with the general, we are being led by Dwarf Lord Thorek Stonesplitter today. He is going to be armed in my strikes first kind of kit. He's got the Gromril armor with the rune of stone and a shield, and then he has a runic hammer with always strikes first, the rune master rune of swiftness, and 2 runes of cleaving, giving him strength 6. So 2 up armor save. Oh yes, and he has a talisman with the master rune of spite, giving him the 4 up ward save. So yes, 2 up armor save, 4 up ward save, always striking first at strength 6. Oh yes, he's quick, he's strong, he's hard to kill. He is Thorek Stonesplitter, the general. Alright, and then we have his personal standard bearer, the battle standard bearer, Thane Thorin. He is still just kitted out the same with Gromril armor, 2 runes of iron, giving him a 5 up ward save, and a runic hand weapon with 1 rune of cleaving, giving him strength 5. All right, and then we have the return of the runesmith. We haven't seen this little man for a while. He's back because scary vampires and magic. And he is going to be armed with Gromril armor with a Rune of Stone, giving him that 3-up armor save. He's got a great weapon, and he has a talisman with the Master Rune of Balance, which allows me to steal one of my opponent's spell dice and put it into my Dispel pool. There he is, the as of yet unnamed Runesmith. Alright, and then finishing off the heroes, we've got the last Thane, just a cheap little Thane, Barden Flinteye. He's got he's got light armor with the Master Rune of Gromril, giving him the 1-up armor save, and he's got a great weapon. Alright, that is the heroes done. Moving on to the core, we have 10 Quarrelers with shields, no command. We've got 19 Warriors, hand weapons, shields, heavy armor, full command. 19 Warriors with great weapons, heavy armor, and full command. Coming into the special, we have my Ironbreakers, 22 of them, full command, and with the Rune of Battle on the standard. Going back to the Rune of Battle for this game because it's good and I love it. And then, because again, scary vampires, we are bringing the Slayers back. They skipped a game and they're back again. Here they are, 20 Slayers, full command. Alright, and for the artillery pieces this game, we have the Grudge Thrower with the Rune of Accuracy, allowing it to re-roll the scatter dice. And then lastly, the rare choice, we have the Organ Gun. And that's it. That is the list. It's a bit of a character-heavy list for me, for the Dwarves. I usually just take 3, but I've got the full gamut of 4 this game. But there it is. That is the 2,000 point list of Karakern Dwarves. And here is Damon's 2,000 points on the nose Von Carstein Vampire Counts list. All right, Damon, take us through it, mate.
Starting with my Lord choice, we have Stanislaus Von Carstein.
Very nice.
He is just a level 1 wizard. He's not quite up to the level 2 stage yet. We'll see how he goes.
Indeed.
He has additional hand weapons. He has the Aura of Dark Majesty, and this is the Von Carstein bloodline power, which allows units within 18 inches to march rather than the usual 12.
Very nice.
He has the Von Carstein Ring, which gives him a 4+ ward save and regeneration.
Ooh, spicy. He's going to be hard to kill.
Hopefully, because he's very important.
That he is.
As we know with vampire counts.
Indeed.
Then for heroes, we've got a White Lord BSB. He is pretty much totally vanilla. He just has heavy armor. This may be something I regret, but we'll see how it goes.
Very good. A bit of a squishy BSB, but there they are.
Yes, we talked about this. Then we go on to the Necromancers. We've got 2 level 2 Necromancers.
Very cool.
The first one is Dragan, and he's a level 2 wizard, as I said, and has the Book of Arcan, which is a bound spell, which he can cast the Van Hell's Dance Macabre.
Very nice.
The other Necromancer, Radovan, he has the Black Periapt, so he'll be able to store 1 Dispel and 1 Power Dice if left over
Very
each
nice.
phase
Yes,
to use in the next phase.
Love that. Hell yeah. That is the heroes. Moving on to the core.
Moving on to core choice, we have 19 Skeleton Warriors with Spears, Champion and Banner, no musician.
Cool.
The second unit of Skeletons is 17 Warriors, hand weapon and shield, with full command in this unit because of points.
Very good.
Then we've got 2 units of 5 Direwolves. There's no Champion Wolf in there, the model is there, but they're just usual.
Heck yeah, the dog
Vanilla.
boys, love
Dogs,
that.
to see how they run.
Indeed.
Into special, we've got 3 Fell Bats.
The big bats, love that.
Then we've got a unit of 20 Grave Guard with halberds, shields, and full command, and also the default Banner of the Barrows.
Yeah, mate, it feels like the right way to run them. Got to have it. Nicely done. There they are.
Gives them a 3+ to hit. in combat.
Yeah, exactly. So they're always hitting on 3s because they, undead, they don't have the best of weapon skills. So there they are.
Then we go into the third special choice, which is 6 Black Knights.
Heck yeah.
And with a champion and banner. There is no musician, even though the model is there, but there is no musician.
Very good. The Knights.
And finally, in the rare slot, we have the Black Coach.
So cool.
It's a lovely model. I just wanted to put it in there. We'll see how it goes. Fortunately, there's no cannon, so I'm very happy about that.
Indeed, I left the most disappointing of cannons at home this game. Perhaps to my bane, but probably not. It would probably just misfire every turn. So
there we go. 2,000 points of vampire counts.
So cool, dude. Look, like some really nice old school miniatures, some really cool old medals, the old Black Knights. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful looking army, mate, and beautifully painted. Well done.
Thank you.
And there it is. There is the 2,000 points of vampire counts. Rolling for the spells on the lore of necromancy, and starting out with the vampire, the level 1 Stanislaus.
Let's see what he gets.
What does he get?
1 dice, because he's a level 1 and he gets a 4, which
Gaze of
will be the
Nagash.
Gaze of Nagash, which on 2 dice I don't think we're going to go for. I'm going to go with the Invocate.
Makes sense, yes. Invocate for him, sir. Lovely. All right, let's continue.
Then we'll go with Dragan here.
Dragan.
He's got 2 spells, being a level 2, and he gets the 2 and a 1.
Hand of
Dust, which is not bad.
Indeed, and Invocate. Love that.
And then for Radovan, he is going to have...
Ooh, Curse of Years.
Curse of Years.
And Hellish Vigor.
I think I'll go with those.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I think I'll go with those.
Lovely. These ones go away. We've got Hellish Vigor and Curse of Years on this gentleman. Yep. And these 2 on this gentleman shared with Stanislaus. Yes, exactly. There it is. So that is the spells, the magic filth for the vampires. And here we are, all set up and deployed for this throwdown between the dwarves and the dead. Yes. So, the basic kind of narrative we have going on here today is, hundreds of years ago, in time immemorial, Thorek Stonesplitter actually killed Stanislaus's sire in single combat in one of the undead's, great incursions into the old world as they were attacking the empire. The dwarves were called in to help, and Stanislaus's sire was killed by Thorek in combat. And as now Stanislaus is, trying to become, the new and upcoming vampire in the aristocracy of the night, he is looking to avenge that death and show that he is the superior martial man than his sire ever could be. And so, he has actually sent word to Carrickern and to Thorek himself, with blood splattered message, that he is coming to avenge him. He has called him out personally to come and fight for honor, for this vengeance that he is looking to claim. And, dwarf honor, even though he was, challenged by a filthy being of the night, he has decided to honor it, feeling that he needs to prove that he can kill any vampire, and also sympathizing with a grudge that needs to be needs to be expunged. And he's like, all right, we're doing a grudge fight, then we're doing it. And so he has marched out of his realm, holding one of the great passes into Carrickern, one of the mountain passes, to come and fight this filthy vampire. But vampires, being, tricksy and underhanded and dark, have not been 100% clear and 100% truthful with this, we will meet you in the field and fight. They have left a portion of their army in reserve and stashed them away on a flank, ready to come in and smash because underhanded vampire tactics. So that is it. That's the narrative. We've got, Stanislaus coming to avenge the killing of his sire, and Thorek looking to prove that he is still the dwarf to beat. Now, that does lead into the scenario. We rolled up a scenario and we got flank attack. Flank attack is the scenario, so it uses all of the normal victory conditions. It's a 6-turn game. The only differences is that we have a reduced deployment zone from the sides. We have 12 inches from each side. So we're squashed into the center. There's an attacking force and a defending force. The attacking force is able to put 1/3 of their army, points-wise, into flank attack reserve. And the defending force is given a defensible position. So it says in the book that they get a hill or a town or some walls or something. So, haha, dwarves got a hill, people, yeah. We rolled a 50-50 to see who would be the attacker and the defender, and the dwarves are defending. Huzzah! It would have been an interesting one for the dwarves to be attacking. I would have took it though. Would have been interesting. So yes, we have a flank attack force waiting off the side of the table. That is the scenario. That's how we're doing it. So in terms of, let's have a look at the deployment. Actually, let's have a look at the terrain first. So for the terrain, this is obviously out in the mountains, out in holding one of the passes leading into Carrickern. So we've got, typical mountainous terrain. We've got a couple of little filthy woods. It's a bit sparse out here on this particular part of the mountains. We've got a couple of hills, a regular hill, and then a hill that is also counted in terms of moving up and down it as difficult terrain. Moving across the top is fine, but trying to scale that, obviously, not particularly open ground. We've got 2 pieces of impassable terrain, which ended up one right in the center, huzzah. And then a bunch of very difficult terrain pieces by these little extra pieces of rock spire. Apart from the one hill, which I was given by the scenario, we scattered the terrain out, put the terrain out, scattered it from the center, 5d6, either added or removed some dice to change how far they were scattering. And that was it. This one actually ended up like right in the deployment zone of the vampire counts, and I was like, mate, you can move that if you want, and he put it in the center, so we've got this.
I don't know why I did that.
An interesting choice. An interesting
I just
choice.
thought it was fair, because then it was, equally. Yeah. And then I realised dwarves don't move, so it's not really equal at all.
Not that much. So yes, we've got a fun little lane splitting the center of the table. But that's it, that's the battlefield. Let's have a look at deployment. So, on the dwarven side, holding the far flank is the organ gun. I popped it out here because as we were deploying, his knights were not coming onto the table, and I was like, well, I've either got, a couple of things to defend a flank, and I thought an organ gun could do it. So, right out there, defending one of the flanks. Then we've got the warriors with the hand weapons, heavy armor, and shields, led by Bard and Flinteye. We've got the great weapon warriors led by the runesmith, who I have named. He is Thalgrim Spellbane. Yes, Thalgrim, the Bane of Spells. Then we've got in the center the general's unit. Oh boy, the general's unit with the battle standard bearer. So Thorin and Thorek with the Iron Breakers, and then holding the right flank are the Unbreakable Slayers, here to die. They've marched out with Thorek, hearing that we were coming against the dead and vampires, and they thought, hell yeah, that's a great way to atone, is to go and destroy dead things / fight big, scary vampires. And then on Artillery Hill, we have the Quarrelers and the Grudge Thrower. So that is the dwarf deployment zone. Can you take us through your side, please, Damon?
So over here on my left side, we've got a unit of direwolves and the 6 Black Knights.
Indeed.
Who were going to be on my right flank, but I did telegraph that a little bit to Stoss, and I was not going to match them up against an organ gun.
Probably a bad choice.
That would just be madness.
Indeed.
So then we've got another unit of direwolves. Now, fortunately, I've got my unit of skeletons with Stanislaus, my vampire count, one of the necromancers, and my BSB White Lord. Because of his aura of majesty, they should be within 18 inches, so should be able to march up that flank.
Very nice.
Then we've got the next unit of sword and board skeletons with another necromancer there in that unit, and on this flank the grave guard, who, if they could feel, would be feeling worried about an organ gun.
Yep.
But, we'll see how they go.
The elites on the flank.
Now we do, and as mentioned, I've got the Black Coach and the 3 Fellbats in flank.
Flank
so
attack.
they'll be coming on possibly turn 3 onwards, we'll see.
Indeed. So yes, on turn 3, we're rolling a d6 to see if the full force is coming in. On a 4+, they make it to the table. And if they don't, then it's +1 to that roll for every subsequent turn, eventually just capping out at a 2+. And Damon has had to mark down in secret which flank the force is coming from.
Yep.
So it could be either way. Either way, I've got either an organ gun defending one or the Slayers defending the other. Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see, but that is it. This is deployment, that is the table, and that was the narrative. All that is left is to roll for first turn. Are you ready, Damon?
As I'll ever be.
Excellent, sir. So we did have equal drops, and I did win the roll-off to see who dropped first. So I ended up dropping first. So as per usual, Stos gets the +1 to the roll. All right, sir. Good luck and Godspeed. Ha! A 4. Oh, you've done it! Unbelievable. Well done, sir. Well done, even with the +1. Nicely done. Well,
right, let's just end the game there.
Yeah, all right,
that's good enough for me.
Well done,
I beat
mate.
Stos on the roll-off.
A great game. A great game.
Fantastic.
All right, cool. So it will be Vampire Counts turn 1. Vampire Counts turn 1 movement phase. As it is turn 1, there are no charges to declare, so this is where everything is now, and this is where it all ends up. All right, Damon, give us a wrap-up of the movement phase,
Okay,
please.
so over on my left, strategic brilliance on my behalf, I'd like to say, keeping my direwolves and black knights in that 18-inch movement. So they've got to march, tearing up on the left flank here.
Indeed.
This second unit of direwolves, fast cav. What's this? They got to just weave their way around the rocks and units, and they're just looking up here, possible flank charges or something, who knows.
Very cool.
And then skeletons, they've all just pushed up. They're 8 inches in the middle here. Graveguard ready to get shot by
an organ gun.
But we're just trying to tear up as fast as we possibly can to get into toe-to-toe.
Indeed, the dead march their way, surge forward with unholy vigor.
Unholy.
Yes, directed.
Hellish vigor.
Indeed, hellish vigor. It could be.
Could be.
Yes, directed by the power and will of the vampire. Love that. All right, sir. That brings us to the first magic phase of the game. Build your power
my
pool,
pool. Well,
please, sir.
as we always do, we start with 2 base. We have 4 for the 2 each for each of the necromancers.
Indeed.
And 1 for Stanislaus. He has 1 die. So I have a power pool of 7.
Very good, sir.
Wow, this is exciting stuff.
Isn't it?
I've never had a power pool of 7.
Well, and you shan't, because
That's right.
because the dwarves get
Dirty
4.
dwarves.
Indeed, we get 4 base because we have an irrational immunity. We get 1 for having a
steal
runesmith,
one.
and then we steal 1 for the master rune of balance.
I had a moment of excitement with
I
7 dice.
know, and the dwarves came and ruined it. Sorry, mate. So it is 6 to 6. It's equal.
6 to 6.
6 to 6, mate.
Holy dooly.
So
Okay.
the dwarves are looking to hold back the dark magic.
No.
What would you like to start with, sir?
Let us start with an invocation of Nahek.
Very good.
And we are going to cast that on this unit of skeletons here.
Who's casting it?
It is going to be Stanislaus himself.
Very good. Stanislaus casting the first spell of
Yes.
the game. Very good. He's
got 2 dice.
unleashing his dark will. Yep.
Yes, he's got 2 dice to cast it with.
And so he's casting it on his own unit, did you say?
I suppose I have to, don't I? Because he can't...
No, it's within 18 inches.
Does he need line of sight?
No, nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's cast it on his own unit.
Very good, sir. What do you need to cast it? So there's different levels that you
I'm
choose.
going to go for the 7 up.
The 7 up.
Yep, 7
Makes
up.
sense. 2d6.
2d6.
Looking for a 7.
A 5.
A 5. Oh no, the
that
dark
does
will.
not bode well, but anyway.
Oh, young Stanislaus.
He's young, he is young in vampire years. He has
Indeed.
much to learn in the arcane arts
That he does.
of necromancy.
All right.
Right.
What of the other
Oh,
necromancers?
well, let's go with the bound spell from the Book of Arcan. And that is Van Hel's Dance Macabre.
Indeed. Who are you casting it on?
We are going to cast now. It's within 18 inches. Let's cast it on the Grave Guard.
Very good. Who has the book?
He's got the book.
He's got the book. Mr.
Yes.
Skull has
the one with
book.
the skull. I'm imagining his glowing skull is the Book of Arcane.
Indeed, yes.
With,
Maybe it's Arcane's skull.
Yes, it's Arcane's skull. Indeed.
Love that.
Now it's about bound power level 3.
All right, so I will try and stop it. I'll throw a dice at it on a 3-up.
On a 3-up.
It's gone. And it is. Very good. We resist it with our black iron metallic dice.
I'm not too happy about that.
Oh, very sad. I know, sir.
All right. So we're going to cast the Invocation of Nehek. He's got it.
Very good.
So he's going to cast it on his own unit. It's just going to be the 1 dice.
The 1 dice?
It's going to be the 3-up. Sorry, it's not 1 dice. It's going to be the 3-up cast.
Okay.
Because I can't do 7 plus on 1 dice.
No, I
That's
wouldn't
why I'm
think so.
thinking it's a 1 dice, because it's a 3-up cast.
Very good.
Okay, so
All
a
right.
3-up cast. It's a 2.
Oh boy. David, come on, mate.
That's useless.
Uh-oh.
But this is where I cast irresistibly the Curse of Years. Now I'm
There we
casting
go.
that at your general's unit.
At the Iron Breakers.
Yeah, the Iron Breakers.
Absolutely. Makes sense. So who's casting this one?
This is here. He's
that guy.
got the Curse of Years.
Very good. And what do you need to cast this?
I need a 10 up.
A 10 up.
But I'm getting a natural 12.
Here we
so
go.
We're not too concerned. Well, not really, because we're going to get whatever that is. 6.
That's a 6. That's a 6. Well, I'll just put these back
you
here.
just put those back. That is the most dismal magic phase.
Oof. That was a rough start, mate.
Actually, you know, it could have
was a rough start.
gone one step worse.
A miscast.
I could have gone miscast.
Indeed.
So I should be rather pleased.
Yeah, look, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Absolutely.
It definitely
Silver
could have been
linings.
a hell of a lot better. Oof, that was rough. But okay,
Right.
all right. The necromancers and the vampire attempt to exert their will, but as we are close to the dwarven realms here, the magic is dampened somewhat by
I
this.
just realised you gave me those dice to cast with, didn't you?
I did.
Part of your evil plan.
I've lent him some fancy magic dice for the magic phase. Look, mate, if you don't want to use them, you don't have to use them. That's up to you.
I don't think I'm going to.
That's up to you.
Yeah, your filthy, tainted dwarven dice.
There's nothing wrong with those dice, mate.
I think they're... Yes.
I mean, look, they didn't roll well just then, so... But all right, you don't have a shooting phase, and there is no combat.
No.
So that's it. That's the first turn done. The dead have shambled forward and have unluckily not been able to get any of their magic out. But that is it. That is the end of Vampire Counts, turn 1. Dwarves, turn 1. Movement phase, no charges. So this is where everything is now, and this is where everything ends up. I have done some minor shuffles here and there because dwarves, but I haven't just stood completely still. I've moved people, so applaud me. But yes, my warrior units have just pushed up a bit. My general's unit has wheeled and pushed a little bit. My slayers have reformed so that we're kind of looking towards the flank that they are going to have to be the ones to deal with. And I have done a full spin on the spot with my quarrelers, getting prepared to deal with this flank over here. So I've forgone a turn of shooting to actually be able to get some decent sight lines and hold that flank back a bit. So that is the movement phase done. We are going into what I like to call the dwarf phase, the shooting phase. What?
We missed one thing.
What did we miss?
The magic phase.
What do you mean?
The black periap gets to carry over one of my dispel dice.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Yes, the magic phase goes past, but you get to hold a periap. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right, son. Very good. He gets an extra power dice for his next magic phase. Yes, I forgot about that. Well done, sir. So yes, dwarf phase time. And I have guessed my ranges and I've picked my targets, and we're absolutely picking on the grave guard because it feels like the right choice. So the grudge thrower is going straight towards the center of the unit. 26 inches. Ooh, I have overshot. I am landing right on the back of the unit currently. Not good.
Your base there.
Not good. All right, I need to scatter 2 inches back into them. That would be lovely. Let's see. Amazing. Looks like I'm scattering 2 inches back into them, but we'll be back with how many of these grave guard are getting clapped. All right, it's looking pretty rough for the Graveguard. So we have this one under the dot, and then 8. Looks like 8 of them are fully covered, so 9 in total, fully covered, and then 9 which are partially clipped. So only the 2 front corner boys weren't touched by the template at all. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy, so one of the things getting clipped is the Graveguard champion, so he'll be coming into the hit pool on a 4+. He will. He'll get a 2-up. Look out, sir. You want to do that now?
I absolutely do. Whoop. Oh, look, a 1.
Is that a 1?
That's a 1.
All right.
There we go. That's 1.
Oh my goodness, he's in the hit pool. All right, and then the rest of them, this is ridiculous. The rest of them are coming in on 4+. Let's see. Get in the pool, boys. The water is fine. Oh, yeah. No, okay. Looks like only 3 of the bunch went in. That's pretty good. So here we go. This many of them are being hit, though, and that's still a lot. So one of them's right under the dot and is getting killed on a 2+. Yes, so one is destroyed for being hit directly by the grudge itself. Boom, through his body, and then it explodes out, showering the rest in fragments of armor and bone and rock. Now, this is the Graveguard champion, and he will be getting killed on a 4+. Oh, he does. The champ goes down, sir. Out he goes. Ugh. And then the rest of the Graveguard are getting killed again on 4+, because strength 4 to toughness 4. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh boy, oh my god. 3, 6, 7, sir. 7 of the Graveguard go down in a shower of bone fragments and rock and dirt and destruction. Oh wow, that was oppressive. Dear God.
You know the best thing? They don't have to make a panic check.
Yeah.
How good is that?
There's that silver lining.
I can have 1 left and he can still run at you.
I still have to deal with them. Wow, that was brutal. Jesus, I can't believe
Thanks,
it's scattered back onto the unit. Sorry.
Oh, hang on. There's still an organ gun to come.
There he is.
Hello.
All right, so let's do that. Let's see if we can just make them no more. So the organ gun is similarly going to dial up on them, and the way the organ gun works is you roll the artillery dice, and whatever comes up is how many automatic hits come through. At strength 5, negative 5 to their armor save in total, which is pretty ridiculous. So let's see how many shots are pumping out of those 5 barrels. Boom, 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 boom. 4. Could be worse. So 4 hits come through. It's strength 5 to toughness 4 Graveguard. We are vaporizing them on 3s. Oh, just 2. Just 2 more. Only 2, mate. Only 2. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, that was pretty gnarly. So I don't have the Quarrelers. They are setting up to attack the flank, but that was a very, very successful shooting phase initially. So that is it. That is the end of Dwarves, turn 1. Vampire Counts, turn 2. I'm assuming still no charges to declare?
No charges declared.
No charges to declare, indeed. So, this is where everything is now, and this is where everything ends up. All right, Damon, give us your movement phase wrap-up, please.
So, over on my left flank, the Hounds, due to my not-so-brilliant leadership this turn, were out of the 18-inch march move, so they could only move their normal movement. But my Knights were able to march, so I had to get those dogs out of the way so I could get my Knights around.
Wheeling around the woods.
So I've just fast-caved into a position to allow my Knights to wheel around the woods, ready for combat probably next turn.
Sweet.
Similarly, I moved these Hounds, fast-caved them into a position to do I don't know what.
There was a lot of umming and ahhing about those.
And this skeleton unit just pushed up the centre, and similarly out here on the flank. Graveguard moving as far as they could and moving the skellies. This Necromancer has just popped out of the unit.
Indeed. Taking some not very useful cover behind the rock.
No.
Because we can see over it because of the hill.
I know.
But
Stanislaus he's a terrible general.
Oh, look, it's his first time to the field.
It's his first time, that's it.
He's young.
He's young. He's young and full of vigour.
Indeed, full of vinegar. So we go to the magic phase, sir. So tell me how you built your power pool.
So I've got 2 base. I've got 2 4 for each of the necromancers, 1 for Stanislaus, and then 1 carried over from my dispel pool
Phase.
from last magic turn.
Yep.
But I'm going to lose 1
Because
to your
yes, my master
dirty,
rune of
dirty little
balance. Rune?
dwarf of dice stealing.
That's right, mate.
So I've got 7.
Very good for the black
7.
parry up, getting 1
For the
to
black
come over, and I've still got my 6. So you are 1 up
So
on the
that's-
dice this round,
that's
sir.
what- that's
You're
what we're
choosing not to use the magic dice that I've given you.
I'm not gonna-
So let's see how you roll this round, mate. What would you like to start
I
with?
am going to start with
Using the book on
Using the book.
on the Graveguard
Yep.
Van Hel's.
Yep.
Very good, sir. I will try and oppose it with my 1 dice on a 3+. I do not.
You do not.
Ooh, there we go. All right, mate. Well, Van Hel's, you get an 8-inch move.
we might as well go into the
Into the warriors.
unit.
Very
so that'll
good,
be
sir.
a fear test.
Indeed it will, a
there.
fear test, because you are just making it like corner to
Yes.
corner, which then we just
I've
maximise.
got
'cause-
that's 8.
yeah,
So,
beautiful. So yes, and then we're just going to maximise them in, because clipping is an evil and terrible thing to do. So it is going to be a leadership 10? Is it 10 for Dwarf Lords? It's at least 9, but either way.
he?
Oh, mate,
Oh, yes,
absolutely.
he's certainly is,
kidding
yes.
me? Yes. Ha 11! They fail! Oh my god, so they fear you, sir. Oh, alright, well, I'm just going to put this.
Sixes.
Yeah, indeed, that's very bad. And these guys just whoosh with the power and will of the vampire just push into combat. Lovely. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that,
we
mate.
did something.
Yeah, you did.
So now we'll do Invocation of Heck on his own unit.
So Stanislaus is doing this one.
Stanislaus is doing that. We're going to go for the 7 up.
Very good. Using 2d6.
2d6.
Looking to create some more skeletons.
A
No,
5.
he rolls a 5.
He's consistent.
Yes, he is. What's next,
That's
sir?
his. So then we will go with another 7 up, which we will cast onto this unit from this necromancer.
Very good. All right.
Similarly, the 7 up we're using 2 dice, needing a 7.
Gets it on a 7. Gets it on a 7. So I have 5 dice left. You have a Curse of Years coming in, no doubt. I could throw 2 dice and just try and oppose you, and then it's equal dice to
even
oppose the
Stevens,
last
yeah,
spell.
yep.
I think I will. I'll try and get rid of these skeletons. No skeletons for you, sir, needing more than a 7, or a 7 or more.
7 or more.
And I do, sir.
You
It
do.
is gone.
We no skeletons for me.
Indeed.
All right.
Curse of Years.
Curse of Years. Here we go. On your general's unit.
Very good. Needing a 10?
Needing a 10.
Needing a 10 on 3d6. Getting a 9.
That would be 9 by
That is
my
a
math.
9, sir.
I got excited when I saw the 5.
Yeah,
but
yep,
the
that's-
rest of it let me
that's
down.
fair.
Actually, what scared me was seeing
Lol.
the 1.
Yeah, I know, right? But it seems your dice helped you not as much as you had hoped.
I got 1 spell off.
You did, and you didn't roll
And I
any
didn't
dice
roll
to
any
do
dice.
it. Ha! Very nice.
Hey.
Very nice. All right, so that's the magic phase done, and we have a combat,
We have combat.
phase. And I'm just going to leave these here to remind myself that I'm hitting you on 6s.
Yes.
Cool. Love that, sir. So the combat phase begins. You don't have a champion, so no challenges can be fought.
No.
So it's just going to be 5 attacks.
It'll be 5 attacks. What is your toughness?
4. We are dwarves.
And your armor?
We've got 3+.
I think we'll go with the halberds.
Moving in with the halberds.
Yeah.
Here we are. We're getting in on this fight.
We've got the banner of the barrows, so just needing 3s to hit.
Indeed.
5 attacks, because you killed my champion. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Brutal. Looking for 3s. Oh, mate, you've gotten
that's
all of them. Heck yeah. That's all the hits. You are strength 5 to toughness 4, so you're wounding on 3s, but 6s are killing blow. Oh, 2 killing
There's
blows
2
and all of the wounds. You got
and all of the
perfect
wounds.
dice. You got perfect dice there, sir. Ridiculous. So that's 3 wounds at strength
3
5.
At strength
5, yes.
I believe.
So we have a 3 up armor save negatived by 2. It gives us 5 up armor saves. Oh, I saved none of them. Very bad. So you just straight up murk 5 dwarves. Well done, sir. That was a big swing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you've killed the front rank except for my champion and my character. So
Oh, you want a character? Oh,
yes,
silly man.
we're hitting you on 6s though, mate. So because
true.
we are scared.
You are
So
scared.
Let's start with we'll start with the champion, the dwarven veteran, swinging back in. His nerve is broken, so he's hitting on 6s. He gets one.
Ooh,
amazing. He's only strength 3 to toughness 4 grave guard, so wounding on a 5, no wound. All right, then we have Thane Barden Flinteye with his great axe. He is also, shaken by the sudden unholy advance by the Grave Guard, so he is also hitting on 6s. He does get one.
Oh.
Well done, mate. He's strength 6, so he's killing on a 2. He does kill 1. So 1 Grave Guard falls by the axe of Barden. Okay, sir. So you got 5 kills.
Yep.
You have a banner. And you had a rank at the start of the combat. I have 3 ranks, a banner, outnumber, and I killed 1.
I win by 1.
You do, mate. You win by 1. We're in leadership 10 range with a reroll, so down to leadership 9. And we pass it. We pass it. We hold. We hold. But, mate, that was a solid charge. Rolling in at 3s to hit, 3s to wound, and just murking 5 dwarves. Well done.
Thank you.
A bit of glory.
I had to do something with the Grave Guard.
Yeah, you did, mate.
Some...
And they got it.
Yeah.
They did it.
They did more than I expected. So
yeah, that was solid. Nice. Those halberds, mate. Nice. All right, but that is it. That is it. That is the end of Vampire Counts. Turn 2. Dwarves turn 2. Movement phase. Charges to declare. I don't think I have any. I considered maybe trying to throw this unit into the flank of the Grave Guard, and we'll win that, but then we've just left our flank open to them, and then I'm definitely getting smashed in the flank, losing all ranks and probably running and getting smashed. So don't want to do that. Yeah, no charges to declare. This is where everything is now, and I've not moved anything. There just didn't seem like any point. Moving forward at this point is just putting me into guaranteed charge ranges, so I'd just be shuffling things for the sake of shuffling rather than for any other reason. So, no movement. Now we have briefly ducked back and lapped around with the 3 Grave Guard that were in the 2nd rank, because lapping around's a thing, and we never do it, so we thought about it.
I think it's the best option in this situation.
Absolutely.
I've got no rank bonus, so why not maximise the attacks I'm going to get, and indeed. I'm going first in this.
Exactly, they've got the initiative, and so it makes sense. It makes sense. So we are going into and in my magic phase that we're skipping past, you do get a black periapt.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. There he is. He's got his dice. So, dwarf phase the second shooting phase. Here we go. And this turn, the grudge thrower is picking on the general's unit of skeleton warriors. So, I could shoot at the. Nah, I'm doing it. I'll leave the knights for now. Going into the warriors, and I've decided to go 19 inches. Let's have a look-see.
I assume to the centre of
always. I've landed in the middle of the 2nd rank, exactly where I wanted it. Huzzah! All right, let's see if we can keep it there. It's always about these dice. So, looking for a direct hit. Ha! A direct hit! Huzzah! Oh, let's see how many of these skeletons are being splintered into bone. All right, we have 9 models fully covered by the template, and we have 9 models being clipped. And within the fully covered template is the general and the unit champion. So, sir, let's start with some lookout sirs for them.
Okay.
Who do you want to do first?
I will do the unit champion.
Unit champion first. 2 up lookout, sir. He's all right. So he just turns into a regular skeleton. And for the general, Stanislaus. He's all right. Okay. Again, just a champion. A big sigh of relief.
He just throws a skeleton in front.
Indeed. And so these are the partials. And within the partials, there are 2 characters as well. So let's do a partial to see if the necromancer is in the hit pool. He is. Let's do a lookout, sir, for him.
You know how I was umming and ahhing about keeping him in the unit?
I do. I do remember that. He's all right. He's all right, but he's in the hit pool. And then we'll do the one for the battle standard bearer. He's not in the hit pool.
He's not in the hit pool.
He's fine. And so the rest of these are just skeletons coming into the hit pool on 4 pluses. That's
that'd be a lot of them.
Incredibly healthy. Yes, oh boy. All right, so this many straight skeletons are getting smashed by the grudge, which has come sailing over into their ranks. So it has gone on 1 skeleton directly in through his torso and sternum, killing him on it too. He is dead. 1 skeleton is felled. And then the rest. And there are a lot. I can barely hold all the dice.
On twos?
No, on fours.
Fours.
Oh, no, sorry, strength 4. They're toughness 3. So on threes. Strength 3. So on threes, we've got dead skeletons. Oh, yes, okay. All right. Looks like a few, though. Looks like 5, 9. 9 skeletons. The grudge comes through and just smashes into the ranks, turning them into powdered bone.
9.
9. Excellent.
We cannot.
Oh, exactly. No panic because they have no feelings to panic. The unfeeling hordes. But wow, that was a big one. We just killed a lot of skeletons.
Does that just make more undead for the undead?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you turn the bone meal back into bones. Oh, Grudge Throwers being a star this game. Loving you, Grudgy.
It is.
Loving
I wish
you.
I had one.
That's fair, mate. All right, continuing with the shooting phase, we're coming down to the organ gun. The organ gun only has one target this round and is the other unit of skeletons, the warriors with the sword and shield. So we roll the artillery dice and see how many shots come singing out of the barrels. Oh, 10!
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus! Here we go. We got 10 shots at strength 5 coming out of the barrels. Toughness 3 skeletons. So we are vaporizing skeletons into bone dust on 2s. Oh, I roll 3 1s. Okay. There we go. So 7 of them, 7. Sir. 7 of them go brrr. The barrels just dum 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 dum, puff of smoke and just off they go. Just into tiny little, they're just put into particulate, just blowing in the wind on the air.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, dwarf shooting phases. They're doing the business. Quarrelers. What am I going to do with my quarrelers? You know what? I'm going to gamble and see if I can take out a knight or 2. I'm going to try it. Let's see if I've got anything in half range here, mate. 15-inch half range. All right, one of them in the corner is in the 15-inch half range, so he will hit on a 4. He misses. Very good. And then the rest of them are coming out, needing 5s. 2 hits. I get 3. Heck yeah. I'll take 3. 3 ain't bad. Strength 4 crossbows to toughness 4 black knights, wounding on 4s. Oh, all 3 of them.
Oh, you...
Wow. I'm going to make you roll these armor saves, mate. You got a 2-up armor save, -1, 3 up armor saves for the knights, sir. You make them all. You make them all. Very nice indeed. They plink off the plate armor of the knights as they come careening around the woods. Very good. Very good. That's still an incredibly successful shooting phase. Can't be sad about that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I can't.
Sad skeletons.
Sad skeletons. All right, my friend. It's combat phase time. We're coming back. Coming back down to the warriors and the grave guard. And it will be 8 of them this time, throwing their attacks in.
So we're going to put 1 into your champion.
Very good. So 1 into the champ,
and
the rest into the warriors.
Into the champ. Let's risk it with one of your awful dice.
Why? Oh, okay, yeah. So
just this is
to differentiate.
Yeah, to differentiate. So that's the champ.
Very good, sir. Hitting on 3s because Banner of the Barrows.
Hitting on 3, Banner of the Barrows.
Oh, we've missed a bunch. We've missed 4.
We've missed a bunch, but look, you dodgy dice.
Yeah, look at them. Dodgy dice. These are beautiful dice, mate. You just have no faith.
Yeah, so that's 4 hits.
4 hits, strength 5 to toughness 4. So wounding on 3s, but 6s a killing blow. No 6s, but 3 wounds, and one of them is the champion. So they have a 3-up armor save, -2 goes to 5-up. Let's do the champ first. The dwarven veteran raises his shield and he saves it. Yes, it clangs off. Amazing. And then the other 2 dwarven shields. We save them all. Oh man, that's not good for you. Oh boy.
No, that's okay.
That's very bad. Okay.
They're gonna crumble.
All right, let's put all the attacks in. So we can do 1, 2, 3. All right, 8 attacks because we've got some side boys coming in and a dwarven veteran going forward into them. Graveguard, a weapon skill 3 base, right?
3 base.
3 base, indeed. So we are hitting them on 3s. Wow, we roll a staggering amount of 1s and 2s. And we're wounding them on 5s because just strength 3 dwarven warriors to toughness 4 graveguard. Animated fools, very good. I get a single wound, sir. And you'll have your 5-up heavy armor save against it.
Heavy armor. Whoops.
No. You're rolling it again? No, mate. You rolled it. It was a 4. You
Oh, I
kidding me?
thought we're
You kidding me? No, you kidding
Oh.
me? You're dreaming, mate.
I am.
Dreaming
I'm
of
in a
re-rolls.
nightmare,
Of
Stas.
re-rolls.
I'm in a nightmare, not a dream.
Hilarious.
Okay, one down.
Very good.
There we go.
And then the Thanes. The Thanes coming in. He's hitting on 3s because he's old. He gets 1 hit. He's killing on a 2. He does kill 1 as well, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So
I think that's going to crumble.
yeah, because
Possibly.
maybe
Anyway,
not.
let's
do it. Let's do it, mate. We got 2 ranks.
Yep.
Outnumber.
Yep.
A banner. We killed 2 of them.
2.
You
Have a
have
banner.
a banner. So we are crumbling by 5.
5.
And that's the unit, is it
That's-
not? No, 4. You got 1 left.
I got 1 left.
You got 1 left, mate.
And it's the battle standard bearer. I assume he's the only one.
The standard bearer?
Yeah, the
He's
standard
not
bearer
a
goes
battle.
last.
He's a
don't
regular banner bearer, bro. He's not a battle standard bearer.
they? He's in a battle.
He's got a magic
He's in a battle
banner.
and
He's got a magic banner. You definitely
He's
keep
in a battle
him.
and he's holding a banner.
I hear you, mate. All right, that went pretty good for the dwarves.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
well, I'm not surprised. To be honest, I'm not surprised.
Indeed, like some of those rolls were pretty rough,
Yeah.
man. No doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt. But
Yeah.
okay,
Anyway.
that was a pretty decent turn for the dwarves. So that is the end of dwarves. Turn 2. Vampire Counts, turn 3. Let's see what they can do to come back from the devastation of the 2 dwarf phases that they've had to weather. So because it is the start of turn 3, we are rolling to see if their flanking force is coming onto the field, because there are still models that are not on the table yet. So, sir, firstly, I guess you probably don't have to reveal the flank yet. Roll to see if they come in.
I will
On a
roll.
4+.
On a 4+.
Do they make it to the field this round? They do! Excellent! And what flank were they coming in on?
It's on the right flank.
Ah, very
exactly
good.
where you put the organ gun.
Yeah.
Very, very sensibly.
Oh no. Yeah, look, I protected my flank with, an organ gun and unbreakable guys. So that was my idea. That was what I was doing. All right, cool. So the models will be coming in over here on the flank. Scary. So, and we are declaring a charge?
I'm going to declare 1 charge.
We are declaring a charge.
And it's going to be these skeletons in to try and bolster the combat
Of the
with
final-
lone,
the
with the lone standard bearer.
Indeed, the lone grave guard. All right, cool. Well, I have to hold because I'm already in combat. I won't do the leadership test yet. We'll figure out whether you're in range or not. So we'll be back with that. That'll be happening in the remaining move step. So this is where everything is now, and this is where everything ends up. All right, Damon, take us through it, mate.
Okay, so once again on the flank, my dire wolves were out of leadership range, so they couldn't march.
Indeed.
They've just sort of scooted over, so now I think they're in a position to possibly charge the quarrelers or the flank of the
Slayers.
the Slayers. And similarly, I wasn't just going to do a lone charge with the Knights
Indeed.
into the Slayers at this stage. That would just be... they couldn't match the grind. So they've just swung round a bit. Similarly, these dire wolves have scooted round. Well, they've sort of, angled up to do a charge, possibly into the flank of the Slayers as well.
Indeed.
Or the General's unit, depending on how things pan out there. My Necromancer popped out of this unit into the woods. My other Necromancer scooted round to try and keep in out of shooting, targeting range.
Indeed.
But I know they could get a rock on top of him.
Yeah, just throw a rock at
General's
him.
unit just pushed up like 4 inches or so, trying to keep out of charge range of the dwarves, but still within possible charge range for the vampires next turn.
Indeed.
Failed charge.
They
there,
didn't make it.
So they didn't make it. They're just sitting there. It was out by about an inch or so.
Indeed.
On my flanking force, arriving in time, hopefully.
Hopefully.
So the black coach has just trundled its way forward, ready to roll up the dwarven flank.
Indeed.
And the bats making their full move on to hopefully charge some more machines.
Indeed. Harry the War Machines. All right, that is the movement phase done. We're going into turn 3 Vampire Counts magic phase. All right, sir. So you should still have your 7 dice.
I've got my 7 dice still.
Indeed.
So and the 1, because you take 1 from my 8.
Yep, and I've got the 6.
And you've got your 6. So let's start with a invocate into my Stanislaus's unit.
Yes, the
7
spears.
plus on 2 dice.
2 dice, looking for a 7+. He finally does it.
Get a 10.
Amazing.
There we
A
go.
10 on 2 dice. How many skeletons does this give you, mate?
This is the 2d6 skeletons.
2d6 skeletons. That's a few skeletons. Do I oppose you at this point? Yes, I do. I will oppose you, sir, and I will throw. You've rolled high on your 2d6. I'll roll 3 dice at
blast.
it. 3 dice at it. I still fail. Oh wait, did I 7, 8, 9? Yes.
9.
Oh, mate.
Nice.
I've wasted 3 dice, and you'll get your 2d6
Here's
skeletons.
my 2d6 skellies.
Oh, so you get no skeletons. Mate, God.
Don't I get 2?
No, because if it's not in... Oh, no, that's when you're
It's
making
when you're
a
making
unit.
a unit. I do
Yes.
get 2.
You do get 2, mate.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! 2 skeletons. That was unlucky. Jesus, come on. We need some luck for the vampire counts here, people. We need some. All right.
We're gonna do the same again. Stanislaus is now going to cast not Van Hel's, but Invocation on his own unit.
Yes.
Doing the same, going for the 7+.
Come on, Stanislaus.
Stanislaus,
he's doing it.
There we go.
All right, I've only got 3 dice left. I'm not going to throw them at
You're
it.
not going to cast it? So
Yep, 2d6, mate.
2d6.
Here come back the skeletons. How many this time? 7.
That's a bit more respectable.
Healthy. The unit is just reanimated. Invoking Nehek has worked out well. Nehek? What Nehek? And just like that, the unit is back to full strength. Amazing. Look at this. A successful Vampire Counts magic phase. Look what it can do.
I feel a little bit better now.
Heck yeah.
Now we're going to cast Curse of Years.
Curse of Years.
On 3 dice.
On the Ironbreakers, no doubt.
On the Ironbreakers, needing a 10+.
Needing a 10. Here we go. Oh, you do get it, mate.
Get it
on a 10, exactly.
I get it on a 10.
Well, I will try and oppose it because I must, and I know you still have a bound item in there, and I can't save a dice because a 10 is too high. So, can we beat a 10? We can't. Oh my God, you're getting all the magic this round, mate.
It's about time.
That's
I get
a curse
something.
of years.
So that's I don't know, lots of dice. How many you got in that unit? Well, it's going to be
a lot. So we got to do some separate stuff here, mate.
We do have to do some separate.
All right, so let's start with the unit champion. On a 6, he is dead.
On a 6.
He's not dead. Let's do the battle standard bearer on a 6.
He's not dead.
Alive. Okay, the general. Thorek Stonesplitter. He's all right.
He's very much.
So 3 out of the 24 are done. So you will need
21.
Indeed, so 21 dice.
Well, let's roll that twice.
All right, we're rolling 10
dice
twice. Looking for 6s. I
2.
see 2. Very good. 2 noble Ironbreakers so far. Age into obscurity.
And I'll add 1 dice into that to make it 11, so that'll be the 21 in total.
Fantastic. Here we go. The second round on 6s.
There's a
3. Another 3. Very nice, sir. So, in total, you get 5. 5 Ironbreakers age rapidly, their beards growing long and grey until they just crumble into nothing, their armour rusting, and they just fall into dust. And off they
for
go.
A panic check.
Indeed, sir.
Okay.
But still, nice. You've wiped out the back rank almost entirely.
And I guess we have to do this. We now Van Hel's
The Book of Arcan.
the Book of Arcan, my general's unit into your unit.
Fantastic. That will be a fear check for them. Are they scared? They are not. They fear you not, sir. Very good. We'll maybe just check the range on that.
We will check the range. So are they within 8?
Absolutely. They are in, baby. In like Flynn.
We've got to get a bit of
Look at this.
general on general
Look at
combat,
this. I mean, that's what this whole battle's about, right? It's the great grudge between.
It is.
So, that was cool. Look at that. A successful Vampire Counts magic phase. Mate, you got all of your spells off. Every single one was successful. Awesome. Awesome,
Huzzah.
mate. Hell yeah. A bit of glory. Bit of glory for the Vampire Counts. And so, as you can see, when stuff goes well, they can do a lot. Brought a whole unit back to life, killed 5 Ironbreakers, and got a charge in the magic phase. Cool. Love that. I'm a little scared. All right. Well, that's it. It's time for combat, sir.
Yes.
Where do you want to start? Should we leave this one?
Yeah, I think we
leave
should leave that one. We'll just go with the pitiful one.
Come over here, mate. You've got 1 attack.
I've got one
You
big
could put it into my Thane if you wanted.
I'm absolutely going to put it into your thane.
Very good, sir. You will hit him on a 3 because you're still holding that banner of the barrows.
He's got a 2 up, 1 up.
If you roll a 6, he's just dead because killing blow.
Killing blow.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah. So, looking for a 3 to hit. Yes, and now a roll of a 6 will just slay Bardin and Flint Eye for killing blow. Oh, 1. The anti-6. So, all right, I'll have 2 regular dwarves attacking him back.
He's going to crumble.
I know, but I want to roll dice. I like to roll dice.
There you go.
I got 2 hits. I'm wounding him on 5s. They don't wound him, so it comes to Bardin. Flint Eye hitting on 3s. He gets 2 hits. Yeah. And 2s, and sure enough, he carves him down with the axe. Yeah, strength 6, mate. Boom! We put him down. The unit is liberated from the grave guard and was just like bones and shattered old bits of armor all around them, and some dead friends. Oh boy! All right, we come down to this. The great combat. We have made it here at last. Stanislaus, the vampire count, and Thorek Stonesplitter are meeting toe-to-toe in the field of combat. So, sir, would you like to declare any challenges?
We must declare a challenge.
Very good. And we will accept it, you filthy deadite you. So, excellent. The challenge is here. This is it. This is the moment of truth. The thematic battle is here. And my general does have the Master Rune of Swiftness on his runic hammer, so he will go first. Here we go. He's got 4 attacks. He's got weapon skill 7 to your weapon skill 7, so
Indeed.
we are equally matched in martial prowess. I will be hitting you on 4s. I missed them all! Not another 2! Oh boy. All right, well, that's not good. So I've just swung out, and with vampiric speed, you've just gone past all of the swings of the hammer. Amazing, sir. All right, you can hit me back,
We
mate.
will be drinking your blood tonight.
You'll be trying, mate.
Stannis, this is all he wanted.
Yeah.
Is this duel.
Indeed,
he does
mate.
not care if the rest of the army crumbles and dies, as long as he gets into martial
They're
combat
bones, mate.
with Thorek.
You can always have more bones. So
I've got 4 attacks base
yep.
and an additional hand weapon.
Indeed.
So 5 attacks.
He's pulling like an extra little blade out of his
Yes,
cloak and
he
swing.
is.
So hitting on 4s, sir. Well, you've done better than I have. You've gotten 2 out of the 5. You are strength 5 base.
Strength 5 base.
To toughness 5 dwarf. So 4s to wound here, my friend.
4s to wound.
A single wound has gotten through. And I have a 2-up armor save, negative by 2, making it a 4-up. Clangs off the gromril and clangs off the shield. Very good, a solid little back and forth, but no damage is done. I couldn't even lay a hammer on your body, mate. You just zipped past them all. So cool. All right, the rest of your unit gets to go now, sir.
Stanislaus was more cowardly. He ducked behind a... he ducked behind a skeleton rather than
ducking
being
like
dexterous.
Very good.
Okay, so the rest of you, we've got.
So I imagine your battle standard bearer.
My White Lord.
Indeed, he would probably have the highest initiative.
He has initiative 4.
Yeah, he's going in, mate. He'd have what, 3 attacks?
He has 3 attacks. Weapon skill 4.
Very good. He'll be hitting on 4s, sir. Now, he has a couple of options. He could attack my battle standard bearer or the unit.
I think we want to attack your battle standard bearer.
Very good, sir.
He's got 2 wounds, doesn't he?
He does have 2 wounds.
So yeah, we're going to put him into your battle standard bearer.
Oh, it's battle standard bearer versus battle standard bearer. Amazing. You will hit him on 4s, sir.
On 4s.
You get 2 hits. You're strength 4 base.
I am strength 4 base.
I am toughness 4, sir, so you're wounding on 4s. You get a wound. He will survive. He has Gromril armor, which is a 4-up armor save. Negative by 1 is a 5-up. And again, it clangs off the Gromril. Oh, just making saves. Brutal. All right, sir. Then you would have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks for your unit champion.
For my unit champion. I'll put 1 into your unit champion.
Yep.
Look, I'm only strength 3, and your Gromril is 2 up.
2 up.
So I'm going to get it 2 up. So I won't bother.
Very good. Everything into the unit.
I might as well, because it's all the same. You've got 2 up across the board.
Exactly.
So let's just grab one of these cursed dice, and we will roll 5 attacks.
Very good. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh, wait. Are you weapon skill 2?
I am weapon skill 2.
I'm weapon skill 5, so I'm more than double, so you need 5s to hit.
Okay,
so 2 hits, and you have hit the champion.
2 hits against the champion?
Well, 1 hit on the champion, but yes. Yes, indeed. So wounding on 5s here, sir. No wounds. All right, the skeleton spears clang in, but are unable to do any damage. So my unit will attack back. My battle standard bearer, similarly, will attack your battle standard bearer.
As you would.
Because why not?
Yeah.
And we'll start with him. So Thane Thorin has weapon skill 6, so he will be hitting the White Lord on 3s. Getting 2 hits. He is strength 5 to your toughness 4, so we're wounding you on 3s. Only 1 wound, sir.
He will survive.
Only 1 wound, so he's got, it goes through. He's just got heavy armor.
Yeah, he's just got heavy.
So 1 wound on him.
1 wound.
Indeed. You want to pop a dice on him?
He has a wound left.
Indeed, sir. Well, in that case, I'll put 1 Ironbreaker into him, and then the rest just into the unit. I'll put, 1 Ironbreaker into him. My unit champion will go into your unit champion, and then 2 into the unit. So we'll do the 1 Ironbreaker into the battle standard bearer on 3s. Missing. Very good. My unit champion, the Iron Beard, into your unit champion on 3s. Getting a hit. Strength 4, so wounding on 3s. I do get a wound, sir. So you will be having a 6-up armor save for light armor shield. No, the unit champion is filled with his fancy little golden hat. All right, and then just 2 Ironbreakers left, sir, into the unit, getting 2 hits, wounding on 3s, getting 1 wound, 6-up armor save.
Just 1?
Yes. No, another skeleton is felled. And that is the combat done. Not a whole lot of killing. Not a whole lot, but let's have a look-see. So we'll do me first. Okay. So I did 3 wounds total, 1 to the battle standard bearer and 2 skeletons felled. I had 2 ranks, or still have 2 ranks. I have a banner with the rune of battle on it. And that is it. You had 3 ranks, / still have 3 ranks. Had, because anyway, it doesn't matter. 3 ranks. A banner, and do you outnumber me currently?
I don't.
So we are equal.
And I do not have a musician.
So musician doesn't matter because we're not equal in terms of combat res. But we're in terms of numbers we are equal. So you are losing by 3, sir, which means you crumble by 2 because you have a battle standard bearer. There you go. That's the battle standard bearer in effect doing the thing. Instead of crumbling 3 skeletons, just the 2. And that fight will continue. Epic. Very cool. Interesting. That was, an interesting little fight between the generals dueling, fighting, but no damage. So, that is it. That is the end of Vampire Counts, turn 3. Dwarves, turn 3. Alright, we need a terror check for the crew of this organ gun because this terrifying chariot has just swung its way up out of the flank unexpectedly right up beside them, and they need to see if they can keep their nerve. They are out of the general's leadership bubble. They are leadership 9 because dwarves, that 6 scared the hell out of me. They are okay. That's a big deal. We need them to deal with this flank. So we'll see. So that brings us to charges to declare, and I do have one. We're going to start with these warriors attempting to charge those skeletons, and they need to see if they can to harness their sack to see if they can do it. They are in the general's leadership, so leadership 10. Do they ignore the unnatural fear that emanates from these walking dead skeletons? They do. Excellent. So they're going to be charging in. And I think that's my only charge because these guys are out of arc, so they can't get in the flank this turn. And I don't think I have any charges on this flank, so that is it. That brings us to move charges / remaining moves. So this is where everything is now, and this is where everything ends up. All right, my warriors made their charge. Warriors with hand weapon and shield. The warriors with great weapons have just done a big wheel and a move. because we are never march blocked because relentless dwarves. And then on the right flank, the slayers have just wheeled in such a way or changed formation in such a way so that we are keeping this left unit of hounds, of dire wolves, and the what are these guys? Black knights in the front arc. So I'm giving my flank to this one, but I'm hoping to deal with them with my quarrelers. So the quarrelers will hopefully, if not destroy them, but whittle them to a point where they're not gaining the unit strength 5 bonus for smashing me in the flank. I'd need to kill 3 of them to make that the case, but we will see. That is the plan. That's what we have done. And we are going into dwarf magic phase this round because I have a remains in place spell on my iron breakers that I need to try and dispel. And I get the usual 2 dice like everyone does. I get no bonuses from my rune smith or anything like that in my magic phase, only in my dispel phase. So I need to roll a 10. I need to roll the numbers that I'm showing you right here, a 10 on these 2 dice to get rid of that Curse of Years, because otherwise, at the start of Damon's next magic phase, at the start of Vampire Count's magic phase the second, we're going through that same process again, but instead of units dying on 6s, they're dying on 5s. So I need to get that gone. I need to, to use the racial hatred and resistance to magic to just shake it off, shake off the fug, the curse that is this Curse of Years. So the dwarves, they chant, they spit, they furrow their brow, and they invoke the name of Grungi and Valea. Oh, to get it on a 10! I can't believe it! Oh, David, I'm sorry! Oh, I can't believe I got it. The little pip that shows that they were cursed goes away. Unbelievable. Grungy. Mate. Oh, the vampire counts can't catch a break. Jesus. All right, so that does bring us to another dwarf phase, another glorious dwarf phase. They've been rough for old vampire counts. So I need to figure out some ranges here. All right, I have decided 19 inches straight towards the center of this bad boy. This is really my only chance to get rid of this thing, so let's have a look. Let's see how we did. I have guessed criminally short. 19 inches puts it right in front of it, so it's currently not even under the dot, which means that unless it scatters back onto it, I'm not doing the above strength 7 hit that I need to immediately kill it. So let's see. Is my grudge thrower going to just continue to be ridiculous and just overperform that like it should? So I need to see, a scatter directly back onto it. Basically, scatter. Scattering away. 4 inches back this way will do nothing at all, so I do have the Rune of Accuracy, which allows me to re-roll this. 4's not bad. If it still scatters back that way, it'll be perfect. So I just need to scatter it straight back on. Come on now. Do it. Do it! Nah, 4 inches back here will hit nothing. The grudge lands like, I don't know. Oh, I might. Actually, let's see. We might hit something, and it might not be good. No, she lands right here in between everything, doing 0 damage, just whoosh, she's just been swung out, we've misinterpreted it, and it's just landed right here, kicking up rocks and dirt all over these flying bats, because at this point, they've flown forward and jumped down onto the ground here. They're sitting there and just, and they ruffle their wings, and these boys are like, oh Jesus, as it gets covered in dirt. All right, well, that leaves me with my organ gun. Now, my organ gun, I think, has little to no hope of hurting this because it's toughness 6, I shoot at strength 5, and it has a 5 up ward save. And it's got 5 wounds. So there's no way I kill it in a single round with this guy. So I think instead they could potentially kill these guys with decent wounds. So let's try it where we're sacrificing it because it's dead for sure now because this thing's going to be charging it next turn. So this is its last hurrah. The last hurrah. Can it destroy the fellbats as they come flapping in towards them? So it shoots out, doing 4 hits. Not enough. No chance of killing the fellbats. So we are wounding them on 2s. And I do 4, so I kill them down to a single fellbat remaining, sir. So we take from the sides. So that is the fellbat that remains. Very good. So that just leaves the quarrelers, and I've just measured it. They are all under half range. They're all in that 15-inch range. So we got 10 crossbow bolts, 10 crossbows are leveled and sighted down the bow towards these dogs. They fire out, needing 4s to hit. Oh, that is 2 hits. 2 hits out of 10? Amazing. Oh boy. Things are starting to swing back. All right, so we are wounding / killing these dogs on 3s. I do kill 2 dogs, sir. That is not enough to stop the... they'll still be like combat res. What am I trying to say here? There'll be unit strength 6 because 2 of them are down. So a couple of dogs get removed. You know, whoa, wow, 2 hits on 4. Ridiculous. Those dogs should be dead. But, you know, I'm not too worried at this point. I'm not too sad, I should say. I've had above average rolls for too long. There's got to be a swing back. And here it is, people. So, you know, we've got a really in danger flank over here. We've got stuff happening here. That's that. So we are back to another combat phase. And you know what? We're going to start with this one because it is the charge and I like to leave the most spicy till last. So here it is. Let's get in close. The Dwarven warriors, led by Barden Flinteye, have come charging in, roaring a dwarfish battle cry, Kazuk Kazan! And they've come smashing into the front line of these uncaring, unfeeling skeletons. So, you got a unit champion in here, yeah?
I do.
Fantastic. I will challenge him with my unit champion, sir.
The challenge will be accepted.
Fabulous. So, the Dwarven veteran steps forward, this little man right here, holding his axe aloft. He steps forward, and he's swinging in with that axe, with his hand weapon and shield, needing 3s to hit. Oh, double 6, he gets them both. He is wounding it on 4s. Oh, he does get a wound, sir. You have a 4-up armor save against this for hand weapon, light armor, and shield. Oh, you save it. Very nice. The shield comes up with unnatural speed and clangs. All right, you can strike at him back, sir. Needing 4s to hit. Getting 1 hit. Needing 5s to wound, because toughness 4, dwarf. No wound. All right, let's continue with the rest of the unit. It's going to be another 3 regular dwarves just coming in, hitting on 3s, because weapon skill 4. Ooh, getting nothing. And then it's Barden Flinteye. Barden with his great axe. Because he's on the charge, he does get to strike before the skellies. So he will be hitting them on 3s. Very good, getting 2 hits. He's got a great axe, so he's cleaving on 2s, and indeed he does. He cleaves 2 skeleton warriors. So, sir, that is going to leave you with 1, 2. It's going to leave you with 2 skeleton warriors to swing back, my friend.
On 4s?
On 4s. Getting a hit and 5s. Ooh, getting a wound. I will have a 4-up armor save. 3-up armor save for heavy armor, shield, and hand weapon. Oh, no, I fail it. You slay a dwarf. How dare you? Okay, let's have a look at some crumble here, my friend. I killed, 2? Yeah, Barden killed 2. No one else did anything. So I killed 2. I have 2 ranks, outnumber, and a banner. You killed 1. Yep. You had a rank at the start of the combat and a banner. So currently crumbling by 2 because Battle Standard Bearer is still in town.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Still in the fight.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely still in the fight. That's pretty sweet. All right. Now we come back to here. We're back to the challenge between Stanislav? Is that his name?
Stanislaus,
the vampire count, and Thorek Stonesplitter. And it will be Thorek first, because he has the Master Rune of Swiftness. So, let's see if he can get some hits in this time. He managed to miss completely last round. So, maybe he's got his eye in. He's tracking the vampire's swift movements, needing 4s to hit. No! Oh my god, 2 rounds. I did the same. I didn't even roll a 3-up. Amazing. Okay, yeesh. All right, sir, you can swing at me back. 5 attacks. Needing 4s. Yeah, very nice. Getting 3 out of the bunch. And wounding on 4s for strength 5 to toughness 5, Dwarf Lord. A single wound. My 2-up again gets negatived to a 4-up. And I save it yet again. It clangs off. Wow, exactly the same result. A single wound going through and saved. Oh man, these guys, they're so equally matched. Cool. So, I am like initiative 2, 3 for him. You've got initiative 4, so it's going to be that White Lord going first again, sir.
No skeletons. Oh, yes, my White Lord. Yep.
Because he's initiative 4. Does he want to attack my Battle Standard Bearer again?
He wants to attack your Battle Standard Bearer.
I think it's the right choice.
Yeah.
Very good. He'll be hitting on 4s.
Yep.
He's definitely not weapon skill 6. Oh, mate, he gets them all. He's angry. He's wounding on 4s. He gets 1. He does get 1. I have a 4-up armor save for Gronril, which goes to 5 up. And I save it. Wow, this is the same and the same again. And what is the initiative of your skeletons? 2. All right, so that is the same for me, so I'll be going first because I won the last round of combat. But my Thane is weapon initiative 3 anyway, so he'll go first. He's going to put all of his attacks into that Battle Standard Bearer. So he is going to be hitting on 3s. Very good, getting the 2 hits. He's strength 5, so he's wounding on 3s. He does the final wound. It goes through your heavy armor, and the White Lord is felled. Very good. The battle of the Battle Standard Bearers has come to a dwarven victory. Okay, and then it's just going to be the rest of the chumps. So, what am I saying? Chumps. Iron Breakers, the most noble of dwarves. 2 from my champion, and then another 3 dwarves. Just going into the unit, because I've already killed the champion, so looking for 3s to hit. Very good, we drop 1. And looking for 3s to wound. Oh, only 1. My goodness. A single wound, sir. 6-up armor save. No, and a skeleton is felled. Lovely. So now your spears are kicking in this round, my friend. So what do we got here?
7 attacks.
Beautiful, sir. 7 attacks coming in. Looking for 5s to hit, unfortunately, because I am double your weapon skill. More than double your weapon skill. Getting a hit. 1 spear has found purchase. Wounding on a 5. No wounds. Oh boy. Okay, let's have a look-see. So I did 2 wounds. I have 2 ranks, banner, and the rune of battle. And I outnumber you. You did no wounds. You had 2 ranks at the start, and a banner. So the Battle Standard Bearer is dead, so you are crumbling by the fall, my friend. Woof, we're pulling them down slowly, but there's still time for all of those guys to just come back. So, and this flank is looking bad. But the challenge, what is happening with the challenge? We just can't hurt each other. The duel, the epic duel is just not eventuating. It's not coming to a head. So, that's it. That's my turn done. It was a pretty good one all in all. Except for all of this. This is all going to be a problem. But that is it. That is the end of Dwarves. Turn 3. Vampire counts. Turn 4. Charges to declare. And we do have some, do we not?
We do.
All right.
We do, maybe against my better judgment. But
tell me about it,
we're going to go, the direwolves over here on the far, they're going to go into the flank of the Slayers.
Fantastic.
The Knights are going to charge the front of the Slayers.
Indeed.
I was thinking about these direwolves into the other flank, but I think I'm going to be using those to try and redirect these warriors here, which are about to slam into my general's unit. And the last charge we've got is the Black Coach into the organ gun.
Very good.
I was wanting to go into the flank of the warriors, but I don't think I've got enough of a wheel once it hits with this impassable terrain to swing round. So we did look at it, and you may be saying, why aren't you going for that? I think that would be the better move, but I don't think I can do it. Yeah,
I don't think it would fit there, unfortunately, because of this piece of impassable terrain.
Sorry, and one last charge, Stoss, is the lone fellbat into the grudge thrower.
Indeed, very good. So these guys have already passed their terror test, so they don't need to take another one. These guys are going to need to take a fear test, a leadership 10. They get it on a 10, lovely. And that is the only test that need to be done because Slayers are unbreakable and immune to psychology.
They are under fear though. They've passed their terror, but they're still taking under fear.
Okay, leadership 9, they're okay. They're all right, they don't mind. Lovely, so that brings us to the move charges / remaining move step So this is where everything is now, and this is where everything ends up. All right, Damon, give us a quick wrap up, sir.
So we got the charges off. I took a bit of time with these, thinking I could do some sort of redirect here. It really was going to end up probably being on a double charge because of the closeness here on the warriors on the side. I couldn't march. I was being march blocked by the general's unit.
Indeed.
So they just sort of have shuffled over a bit. We've got our charges. Everybody has charged in.
Yep. Fellbat into the Grudge Thrower. The Black Coach came into the organ gun, and the last of the necromancers has joined his friend and his compatriot into the woods.
Scooted into the woods.
Very good. All right, we're back into the magic phase, sir. What would you like to do?
We've got 7 dice.
Indeed you do.
We are going to cast Invocation in the Heck.
Get some skeletons back in the general's unit.
Stanislaus is going to cast with 2 dice, the 7-up.
Very good. Oh, irresistible! Very good.
Well,
2d6 skeletons coming back. Because you wanted me to spend dice on it, didn't you, mate?
I wanted you to spend dice, you know? It's a double-edged sword, that one, isn't it?
Indeed. Very good. Oh, mate, getting back 8. Very nice. One above the average. Love that. And there they are. Another 8 skeletons raised. Oh, man, it's hard to put these skeletons down. Very good. What is next, Damon?
Let's go with another Invocate of Nahek.
Fantastic. Which one's doing this? Which necromancer?
So this will be this chappy here. He's also got the Book of Arcane with him.
Okay.
So he's going to cast the Simile, and he's going to cast it. We need to try and save this unit over here. So we're going to cast into that unit.
Okay, sir.
On the 7+.
On the 7+. No, not for that, man.
Not for that one.
Okay. What do you got left?
Well, we're going to try all 3 dice at a Curse of Years again.
Of course, on the Iron Breakers. Curse of
Years. Curse of Years.
He's going for it.
On the General's unit.
Needing a 10.
Like in the big city, but no.
No, does not get
8.
it.
I should have gone fairly.
Oof, okay.
Right.
And you've got a...
I do have the Book of Arcane, but...
do you want to use it? I mean, there's no reason not to. If you hadn't raised these guys back, you could have charged in with the dogs.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, maybe with an 8 it could still work. Who knows? It gives you another 8-inch move.
It's an 8-inch move.
So, yeah, you could get in there. I mean, may as well try. I'm going to try and stop it either way, and I do.
And you do. There you go.
Lovely.
You made my decision for me.
A moot point.
Moot point.
All right, that is magic phase done. You got a bunch of skellies back, but nothing else. Unlucky. So it's combat phase time, and the whole board is combat at this point. Where do you want to go?
Well, let's start over with the
Black Coach.
Black Coach.
The Black Coach. And here it is. It's come from the flanking force and slammed into the crew, the unwitting crew of the organ gun. All right, sir. It's doing D6 impact hits.
Here we go. Impacts.
4. Yes, enough to put the nail in their coffin. At strength 5, you're just killing on 3s, sir. And sure enough, boom, it is removed. Black. The machine does stay for now, but that's fine. You can basically just ignore it. But the crew are butchered. Lovely. Shall we come to the fell bat?
Yes.
Lovely, sir. It has 2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Hitting on 4s. Getting 1 hit. Wounding on a 5, because strength 3 to toughness 4 dwarf. No. All right, my 3 dwarven crew, here they are, coming forward to defend the machine, hitting back on 3s. Getting 2 hits, wounding on 4s. No wounds in response. It's done its job, mate. It does crumble by 1. Yes, because I am outnumbering it. But it's shut me down. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's something.
That means I can't just kill that on my turn. That's huge. It's doing its job, mate. Cool. Where do you want to go next? Shall we swing over to this flank charge?
Why not?
Sweet. Coming down to the Slayers, getting slammed in the flank and the front by the Black Knights and Dire Wolves. Do you have a unit champion in there? Do you want to declare any challenges?
I do have a unit champion. Yes, let's declare a challenge.
Fantastic. I'll accept, because dwarven honor.
Nice.
And they're looking to die, and that's what's going to happen. So, mate, let's do it.
So 2 attacks.
2 attacks, weapon skill
3.
Very good. Hitting on 4s. Double hit. Very nice.
No, it goes off on wounding.
On wounds, indeed it does. Yes, yes. So wounding on 2s, because strength 6 on the charge, because you've got a lance, right?
He has a lance.
Yes, very good. So killing on 2s, and you do. Boom! The giant slayer goes down, and he will be worth 1 point of overkill. Indeed, there he is. The slayer of giants. Cool, plus, mate. Oh yeah, no, your steed can go into that as well. Yeah, indeed, hitting on a 4. Very good. Wounding on a 5. No extra point of overkill. All right, let's continue with the rest of the knights, my friend.
So that's one.
That'll be 5 of them, right?
5, yes.
You had a unit of 6. 5 knights hitting on 4s. Oh, mate, not bad, not bad. 3 out of the 5. Wounding on 2s, because lancers, 2 of them. One of them's a killing blow, but they have no armor, so it does not matter. So another 2 slayers get butchered, and now it's horse time. 5 horses on 4s. Nothing. Amazing. Brutal. And then your 3 direwolves in the flank, sir, hitting on 4s. Getting 2 hits. You have slavering charge, giving you strength 4 on the charge, so killing on 4s. Nah, snake eyes. Oh, David. Wait. All right, let's see what I've got left to attack back with. So I will put everything that I can into the flanks. I'll have 3 slayers going into the flank, into the dogs. You killed 2 from the front, which just leaves me with 1 slayer going into the front. So let's start with that slayer going into the knights. He's going to be hitting you. We are weapon skill 4 and your weapon skill 3 knights, I'm assuming?
3.
3, yeah. Fantastic. We're hitting you on 3s. We get a single hit. Your toughness 4 and I'm strength 3, but my slayer ability kicks in and we raise to strength 4 to match your toughness. So we're wounding you on a 4. I do wound you, sir. So -1 to your 2 up is a 3 up armor save. Very good. It clangs off the barded nightmare. So then I'll have 6 attacks coming into the flank. 6 attacks coming to butcher these dogs on 3s. Oh, I get all the hits. Oh boy. We're strength 3 to their toughness 3, so wounding on 4s. And we just butcher the 3 dogs with the 3 ups. Boom, off they go. The hounds, they're butchered, yeah. So, okay, let's have a look-see. So I think I'm going to win this in the end because of that.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my goodness. So let's do, you did 4 wounds, and you have a banner. I did 3 wounds to the dogs. I had 3 ranks at the start. I also have a banner, and I outnumber you. So it will be crumbling by 3 because no battle standard bearer anymore. So 3 of those knights do crumble. Oof. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And away they go, leaving the 3 remaining black knights to face down the dwarven slayers. That fight's gonna go for a little while. Okay, let's come over to this one, my friend. So, initiative 2 on your what are they? Skeletons? Yes?
Skeletons.
All right, so it'll just be my dwarves going first and then your skeletons before my great weapon.
Challenge?
Do we have a challenge? Oh, we do have a challenge. I forgot. Yes, sir. So yes, we're equal initiative at, oh no, wait, I'm initiative 2. So yes, we're equal. I won the combat, so I'll go first. So my dwarven veteran on 3s. He misses them both again. I'm bad at challenges, apparently. Just can't hit in a challenge. Hitting me back on a 4, you do get 1. Wounding on a 5. No, the challenges continue, the stalemate challenges of doom. All right, the remainder of my 3 dwarves into the unit on 3s, getting 2 hits, and 4s, getting no wounds. Uh-oh. And then your skeletons can fight back, sir. So 4 skeletons on 4s. 1 hit. And 5s. Oh, there's the wound. I will have a 3-up armor save for heavy armor, shield, and hand weapon, and I do save it. It clangs off the shield. So that leaves Barden Flinteye, the star of the combat, hitting on 3s. Yeah, he gets 1 hit. Oh boy. And killing on a 2. He does. He destroys 1 skeleton, sir. All right, so I did 1 kill, 2 ranks, outnumber, banner. You have banner. So you crumble by 4, leaving a skeleton remaining, my friend. So it will just be the champion in the challenge, I guess. So, yeah, all right. The unit's almost dust, but it still remains. Now we're back here. We're back for another round of the most ineffectual challenge. And it is Thorek. It's Thorek versus Stanislaus. We have 4 attacks for Thorek. We have the Master Rune of Swiftness, so we attack first. Can he get a hit? He hits on 4s, and so far 2 rounds in a row, he has not even rolled a 3. So, can he get a hit? He swings out. There we go. He gets 3 hits this round. That's more like it. He is strength 6 for 2 runes of cleaving in that hammer. So we are wounding Stanislaus on 3s. Getting 2 wounds, sir. It's not enough to kill him. Now, you have what? What do you got? You've got 4 up ward save.
4 up ward and regeneration.
And then regeneration. So 2 4-up wards from the Von Carstein ring. Oh, they go through. And then at the end of the combat is when regeneration happens. Yep. So we'll do it later. But so far, he's taken 2 wounds. 2 wounds on Stanislaus. Sorry, I got it for you, bud. Boom, we'll see if he regenerates them with the ring. All right, he can swing back, sir, with his 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. Getting 3, very good, 3 of the 5. Wounding on 4s for strength 5 to toughness 5. 2 wounds, very nice. That's double what he's done in the past. So we have a 2-up armor save, goes to 4 up. I save 1 of them, but 1 wound is going through. I do have a 4-up ward save for my runic talisman with the Master Rune of Spite. Oh, it doesn't help. You wound him, mate. This is it. Blood is spilled at last. You know, disgusting ichor and good dwarven blood is finally flowing. Love that. So then we go to the rest of the combatants, and it would be my battle standard bearer first. And in fact, it would be all of my guys first because we're equal initiative for everyone else, but I'm winning the combat. So, battle standard bearer, Thane Thorin coming in, 3 attacks on 3s. Getting 2 and 2s for strength 5. He does kill 2 of those skeletons, sir. The newly risen skeletons. They're like, didn't I just kill this one? Which leaves me with 5 iron breakers, or 4 iron breakers, and 1 of them is the Iron Beard on 3s. Ooh, getting 3 out of the bunch and 3s. Getting 2, sir. 2 6-up armor saves. Oops. For the light armor and shields. 2 more skeletons do go down, which leaves you with, so what did I do? I killed 4 from the front, so that leaves you with the 5 in the back. 5 from the second rank on 5s, because low weapon skill, getting a single hit, and wounding on 5s. No. Alright, so now before the combat res happens, the Carstein ring kicks in. Does he regenerate those wounds? He regenerates 1 of them. Very nice. Very nice. Love that. So let's do it. So I did 4 wounds to the unit and 1 to your general. I've still got 2 ranks and I still outnumber with a banner battle on it, the Rune of Battle. You did a wound to me. You had 2 ranks at the start. 2? Yes. Yep. 2 ranks at the start and you have a banner. We are losing by 6 this round, my friend. So 6 more of those skeletons do crumble into dust. Oh boy, they could be back anyhow, but the fight just keeps on grinding. Amazing, very nice. Oh man, good to see the challenge actually draw some blood and do some stuff. The Ring of Night coming through. But that is it. That is it. That is the end of Vampire Counts. Turn 4. Dwarves turn 4. Now, we did forget we should have had an overrun from this black coach after it destroyed the crew in the first round of combat. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I'm pretty sure that it can just ignore this thing and overrun through it, because in the War Machine section, it talks about, you know, trying to get fleeing crew, and you can ignore the machine and go for crew that have broken from combat. So I can only assume that that also means that you can ignore it for the purpose of an overrun. So that's how we're doing it. Put it in the comments if this is wrong, but that's how we're doing it. So this bad boy is overrunning 3d6 forward. Let's see it, Damon. Oh, mate, a big overrun of a 13. We'll be back with where that ends up. All right, so this black coach has rolled high enough that it is hitting the back corner of this unit of warriors. This is getting pretty wild. So because we have established that it's hitting the back corner there, I need to do a terror test on leadership 10. Leadership 10, if I fail it, I run away from it. If I pass, then I stand there and it hits me in the rear. So I do stay, it's going to hit me in the rear. Dun 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 dun, and maximize, bam, straight into the rear of my unit. Oh my god. Well, good that we didn't miss that. Yeesh. And so this is where it would be at the start of my turn. So now we're doing some terror tests because it is within 6 inches of a lot of things. All right, so we are taking some terror tests here, and I've just popped this blue dice on here because it actually gains wounds for every wound that it takes. It's killed 3 dwarves, so it's got 3 extra wounds currently. Oh, this has gotten a bit spicy. So let's do some terror tests. Leadership 10, they're okay. Leadership 10, they're okay. All right, the terror bomb has not scattered the dwarves, lucky, but you know, these guys are about to be in the flank here, and now they're being charged in the rear. Ah, this has gotten interesting. So, dwarves charges, I've got none now. Thanks, Black Coach. So it is just, it's shooting phase. No, it's movement phase, because these guys don't have anything to shoot at, I don't think. So let's move. We'll do some movement and we'll be back. So this is where everything is now, and this is where everything's ended up. It is just my my quarrelers that have done anything. They've just reformed to start getting some shooting arcs on people. So that's it. There's no dwarf phase because they didn't have an arc to shoot at anything, and they've moved, and they are move or fire. So we're back to the combat phase, people. So let's do it. Look, let's start with the one that's going to make me sad. Let's start with this one because I think this unit is just dead, to be honest. But let's do it, mate. So you're doing D6 impact hits. I need to see a low roll here, but 3 is all right. I can cop 3. Strength 5?
Strength 5.
Strength 5. So wounding on 3s, sir. Just 1. But you kill 1 great axe wielding man with the charge in, so now you can do the rest of the attacks, sir.
So we'll do the 2 nightmares.
Yep, hitting on 4s. Neither, lame. All right, the little man on the front, the wraith. What's he like? I haven't seen a wraith fight before.
He's got 2 attacks.
Very good.
Weapon skill 3.
Fantastic. He's hitting on 4s, sir. Oh, mate. No, the dice have betrayed you massively. God damn it. All right, well, I would have 3 dwarves fighting you back on 3s. Getting 2 hits. We are strength 5 because great weapons to toughness 6, so we're wounding on 5s. 1 wound, sir, and you have a 5-up ward save. Does it have a normal armor save? Like a chariot? No, just the ward. All right, well, 5-up ward save, sir. No, I've done a wound to it, plinking off 1 of its dwarven souls that it's captured. Okay, so let's do the combat res. You charged me in the rear, and you did a wound. I did a wound in response. I get no ranks because this is a unit strength 5 chariot, so it breaks my ranks for hitting me in the rear. I do outnumber with a banner, sir, and I have a musician. So it's a tie combat. You crumble by 1, my friend. Wow, that was really lucky. That was really lucky for me, and / really unlucky for you, my man. It was a bad roll on the impact hits, and then just not doing the wounds. I was 100% sure that unit was just demolished. But okay, there's that. Let's continue with this challenge between the Dwarven Veteran and the Skeletal Champion. So Dwarven Veteran is going first, hitting on 3s. Oh, he gets the hits this time. And wounding on 4s. He does get the 2 wounds, sir. You'll have your 2 4-up armor saves for light armor shield. No, he goes down at last. Very good. Okay, over to here, my friend. I am initiative 2 and 3. What's the initiative of the Black Knights?
3, and the nightmares are 2.
Okay, well, you get to go with the knights first, and then I'll go, and then your nightmares will go. So, knights first, sir. 3 of them hitting on 4s. Oh, very nice. All of them hit. Strength 4, so killing on 4s. Oh, bro, no wounds. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, the whole unit will get to attack, which is 10 attacks. 10 attacks, hitting on 3s. Ooh, that is very cocked. Lovely. Doing some good hits. And wounding on 4s. Getting some decent wounds. 4 of them, sir. That'll be 4. 3 upper armor saves. 2 saves. 2 knights crumble. Or crumble, 2 knights go down.
I had a champion.
Oh, you had a champion. Roll out another attack for your champ, mate. Hits. Wounding on a 4. No, bugger. Okay, so now your 1 nightmare that is remaining can go into the unit, sir. Hits. Wounding on a no. Alright, so that unit crumbles and is gone because of all the combat res. The knights go down. Oh, man, brutal. Farewell, sweet knights. Okay, and we come back to the big fight, the main fight. It is still Thorek, it is still Stanislaus. Here we go. Thorek is coming through, hitting on 4s. Oh, he only gets the 1 hit. Man, he's been rolling terribly, old Thorek. Wounding on 3s, and he does not get the wound. This is your chance. Can you butcher the Great Dwarf Lord on 4s? 5 attacks. Mate, is that 1 hit? We just can't hurt each other. This is ridiculous. And 4s, no wound. Oh my god, the unending challenge. Okay, let's kill these skeletons. We've got Thorin. Thorin is hitting on 3s. He gets 2 of them. He's killing on 2s. He gets 1. He kills a skeleton. And then let's do the rest. There is 4 dwarves there. 1 of them's a champ, so 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s. And killing on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 3 of them, sir. 3 6-up armor saves for the skeletons. No, so 4 skeletons are removed from the unit in total because Thorin killed 1. Which leaves you with 2, sir. 2 to strike back. On 5s, no hits. Alright, so does a vampire crumble? Surely he doesn't crumble, right? I don't think so. We'll check, we'll be back. Alright, so we checked the book, and yes, the vampire does take wounds from combat resolution once there's nothing else to allocate the wounds to. And it looks like he's dying, so I did 4 wounds to the skeletons. I still have 2 ranks. I've got a banner with the rune of battle on it, and I do outnumber, and he has a banner. So the unit is taking 8 wounds. 8 wounds, and there's only 2 skeletons there, so the combat resolution does go onto the vampire, and Stanislaus crumbles through the sheer weight of numbers, and the damage, the magic that is holding him together dissipates, and he dies. So at this point, we still do have this combat, but I don't think we're going to bother rolling it out at this point, because at this point we're going to finish. We're going to concede.
We're going to concede.
Indeed, sir, because as soon as he dies at the end of my turn, we're doing leadership tests, because everything is going to start crumbling at the end of the turn. So it would be a leadership test for the dogs, for this little thing here, who would probably just not even be here at the end of the combat. Are they considered alive? Are necromancers alive? They don't do crumble stuff, do they? I don't think they do. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a moot point at this point because that's it. The game is lost for the vampire counts. So, Stanislaus is basically just going to be, reanimating at another time and coming back for vengeance against the dwarves at some point. So it is the dwarves that win this grudge battle, and Thorek has proven for good and all that he is still the mightiest of lords and can throw down any undead filth that comes his way. Oh, that was a rough one, but we will have a quick talk about it in the post-game. And there it is. It is a dwarf victory in the end. Ah, Damon, good game, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good
Thank
game.
you. That was great.
But,
Enjoyable.
man, it was a rough one for the vampire counts. We talked about it earlier, man. You had an entire army with the curse of freshly painted miniatures on it. That is always going to be a tough thing to get past. So it was a rough one for their first trot out, but it often is. What was the big swings in this game? My grudge thrower overperformed obnoxiously in the first 2 rounds of shooting, of the dwarf shooting phase. You know, either landing exactly where I wanted it to or scattering exactly where I wanted it to. When I judged poorly, it managed to scatter back into a unit and then just demolish. You know, when it came to how many hits it was doing and how many things it killed, it rolled well. And when a grudge thrower rolls well, it's nasty. The scenario made things a little bit tough. It's always a bit of a tough scenario, the flank attack for the flanker. It's dealing with an army that is in a defensible position. You know, I just got given a hill because of the scenario, and you had to take some of your force off. It did come on the 3rd turn, which was good.
That was a bonus.
Indeed, and it did pretty good out there on the flank. It did what it was trying to do, at least. The black coach slammed into the grudge thrower.
It did.
Oh, sorry, not the grudge thrower, the organ
The
gun.
organ gun took that out.
Indeed, and your bats soaked up a unit of firing from the organ gun and then shut down my grudge thrower for a turn, which was, they did their job.
And getting the overrun into the Warriors with my coach, but whiffing, whiffing all those attacks was unfortunate.
Because that was almost huge. And had I rolled some bad terror checks and things started, that could have been a turning point. It really could have been. But dice said no, as dice will want to do sometimes. We talked a little bit about something that you maybe could have done differently, and that was keeping the fell bats on the field rather than having them in the flanking force.
They performed better than I thought they would. I thought they'd be a bit more fragile and not quite as good as surviving the shots from the organ gun, getting in, and one bat surviving combat with the grudge thrower crew
shutting
was
it down
better
for
than
a
what I
turn.
thought they would actually do.
Absolutely.
So,
their whole role is very much war machine hunting.
Exactly.
Because putting them against a unit is never going to work because they're only unit strength 1 per base and they're strength 3, toughness 3 with 2 attacks. They're, unless you've got a large amount of them, then you could use them to break ranks in a flank. But they're not particularly cheap, as flyers shouldn't be. Flyers are a pretty, they're a very useful piece. So they shouldn't be cheap. But when you're just taking 3 of them, I think war machine hunting is their whole purpose. And because they've got a 20-inch move, they could just potentially just fly straight into the back line. Turn 2, they're shutting something down. Maybe just for a turn, maybe not. Yep. But either way, a turn 1 turn of not getting shot by my grudge thrower would have been useful.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I was really, as you said, what were you doing with your direwolves, Damon? And I don't really know. I was struggling with them. I was hoping to try and use them a bit as redirectors.
Indeed.
That wasn't working. So probably, as you said, having them as the flanking force to come in on the sides to help.
Hit flanks at that point.
Then that probably
maybe would have been better.
A bit better because I was struggling. They sort of just got in the way of things, and
they were kind of goofing around in the middle and on the flank a bit. Because there was points throughout it where I was looking at them and I was, I wasn't just being like, "What are you doing, David?" But I was like, I can't see what his plan is with these dogs, and I'm not sure if I need to worry about them. So I just kind of ignored them for a while. I think them on the flank probably would have been better.
Yeah, exactly.
But aside from that, man, it was dice. The fact that your first 2 magic phases went incredibly poorly. Yep. The first one, I don't think you got a single spell off. I had to roll 1 magic dice against your bound item, and that was it. Yep. Vampire counts kind of need their magic. I do feel a little bit bad for taking the Runesmith with the Master Rune to balance. I was just scared. I was scared of vampire magic, and I was like, I need something to mitigate it a bit, and that's kind of Dwarf's answer. I probably didn't need to take the Master Rune of Balance if I didn't want to, because it gave me what? It gave me 1 dice less than you, which is pretty strong for a Dispel phase, having 1 dice less than the magic phase. Probably didn't need to take it.
But don't you take a dice from me and add it to your pool?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I would have had 8.
To my 5. Yep. So that would have put me at a pretty big disadvantage. and not getting a magic phase in response, all you can really do is try and stifle the opponent. But nonetheless, it did make me feel a little bad.
And getting off your, taking out my Curse of Years.
Oh, that was ridiculous. Yeah, that was a big swing.
That was good. Because I'd get into the 5+ to take you down then. That could have made a difference.
Yeah, man. So, you could have killed some characters with that. You could have killed a bunch of Iron Breakers, skewing that combat back towards your favor. Yeah, the fact that on those 2d6, when I needed it, I rolled the 10. The dice were with me this game, ladies and gentlemen. They were. And when the dice are with you, it's hard to lose because they decide.
They decide.
The dice decide who gets to have fun. And it was Stos today.
It was.
Oh, mate. It was fun having the epic challenge between the vampire Stanislaus and the dwarf.
How long did he hold up against your
Man,
Dwarf Lord?
So long. My Dwarf Lord just missing his attacks because I can just see him just doing that that matrix shift, that vampire but past all of his incredibly swift hammer throws.
It was.
And then you just swinging in with your knife and sword kind of deal.
The small bit of solace for me is he didn't die in the challenge.
He did.
It was the unit crumbling that caused him to discorporate and away he went.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but I'm imagining one of his minions that have come in and taken up his remains and scurried it off. One of the necromancers has managed to grab a particular piece of his corpse, and he'll be reanimating and he'll be back. He'll be back. He got the ring. He got the Carstein ring and just the hand.
That's it.
That's all you need.
So with an old hand with a ring and he'll be back.
He'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed. He'll be back for Thorek. So that was cool. That was a fun fight. And it was fun to see it extend for a while.
Yeah.
Love an extended duel. And you've regained your regen to wound. So in the end, we only did one wound each to each other. Yeah. So we were just locked, equally matched, which is so cool. So cool. A Dwarf Lord kitted out for combat is a hard thing to kill. And a Von Carstein vampire, similarly, seems to be quite difficult to kill. Even though no armor, but still that regen with the Von Carstein ring makes them pretty scary. And their stat line just base. It's, vampires. They're scary.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
First game with the vampires, so, lots of things to take away and learn here, and I'm sure you out there will be typing away in your keyboard.
Yeah, man. Give us your comments. Give us your wrap up of what you think we did right and wrong. If we made any mistakes, by all means, put it in the comments, guys. Always keen. Or I read all the comments, and I always try to check to see if you're right or not. So by all means, please, if you want to give us something that we're not sure about, give me a page number. Check it yourself before you tell me I got it wrong. That would be great, because if you know, then you know. But if you're just because we're playing an old edition here,
exactly.
2 editions back, and there was a few little rule changes, and I get a lot of comments of people being like, this is wrong, and it turns out what they're saying was from 7th edition or 8th edition. Yep. So fact check me, guys, but maybe fact check yourself. Check yourself, guys. Classic. But yeah, chuck it in there. Let me know what was what. If you enjoyed the battle, don't forget to do the YouTube things, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll keep growing this channel out all the way to glory. If you want to support us here, consider becoming a channel member. It's the channel members that, as always, are just driving this channel into the future. But until next time, I'm Stos, this is Damon. Happy wargaming, and be good to your mother.